Hey guys, welcome to our second episode of Modules Explained. In our previous episode, we covered one of the output modules, which was the MP3 module. We hope you have enjoyed that movie. And today's episode, we will cover one of the input module, and that is the gesture sensor. I think that the name gesture sensor is self-explanatory. It's basically a sensor that will recognize the gestures you're making, whether it's with your hand or with an object. But it's good to know that it can recognize up to 9 different gestures. We won't try or show all of them in today's video, but we will show definitely a couple of them. And it's also good to know what the detection range is, which is about 5 to 15 centimeter. So whenever you're in that range, that should the sensor itself should recognize your gestures that you're making. So let me show you how it works by writing the code first. And as always, we use Codecraft Online for this. What we'll be doing first is defining what kind of gesture we are making, and also we'll use one of the visualization blocks, which is in this case an RGB LED matrix screen block. So this will show us when we say, for example, make the gesture left, it will show a left arrow. So let's zoom in a bit and copy the current blocks that we have on the screen, because we'll need anyway different gestures. So this will save us some time if we just copy them. The first gestures we will be starting with is swipe left, swipe right, swipe up and swipe down. And we add the corresponding arrows for each direction. Now let's add another 4 different gestures, but the only difference is that this time we'll be using animation for our visualization. So instead of using just a still image, we'll be actually using a very short animation. The same here, if you want to work faster, you can just copy the blocks. So the gestures that we'll be using are circling counterclockwise, circling clockwise, and for circling counterclockwise we'll be saying draw a big square counterclockwise, and then for clockwise we'll say draw a big square, but then in this case clockwise. So the third one that we'll be using is when the object is approaching the sensor. In this case we will saying let's show fire, and if the object is departing from the sensor, then it will show heartbreak. One more thing that I will add is smiley. This is not really required, but I will add a smiley when the code starts running. Once I start with the gestures, then the smiley will disappear. But this is just a way for me to recognize that the device is on and that the code is running and awaiting for my commands. So this is it for the coding part. The only thing remaining is to upload the code onto the main board. Once done, then we can start testing out. So let's have a look and see if everything is working as we expect to. That worked as expected, which is good of course. So we just showed you the gesture sensor in combination with RGB LED matrix screen as an output, but you can use any of the output modules. For example, in our previous modules explained video, we have used the MP3 module, which works fine as well in combination with the gesture sensor. So let me just show you how it would work. this was it for today's Modules Explained video. And we hope you enjoyed it. For our next video we will make the music player, and this is where we require the gesture sensor and also the MP3 module. So if you haven't done it yet, please do follow our channel and our page, and feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions or suggestions. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye!